made a list when I really wanted to really find the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
Was this with your therapist?
Yeah. Everything I wrote down on the list was actually her. I don't even know what camera to look at. Is this a camera?
Yeah.
If you are ready, and you have to be really ready to find the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you have to cut off everything that you know is bad for you. You know it's bad for you. You know what's good for you. You know what's bad for you. That's bad for you. You cut it out. You make a list of all the things you want in a partner. It can be whatever you want. My list was very simple. I needed someone in my age bracket. I wanted someone who was kind. I wanted someone who was caring. I wanted someone who was compassionate. I wanted someone who did anything. I didn't care. Like, just be obsessed with anything you want to do in your life. If this person made olives, I want you to make olives every fucking day and come home and tell me about the olives and how passionate you are about them, and I'm gonna love it because you love it. I just wanted someone who knew how to not only love themselves but love somebody else. And I met that person, and it didn't hurt that she's also the most beautiful person on planet Earth, inside and out. And I would describe her as that. The only thing I would add is that she's so shy and too humble and too bashful. And I love her, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
Guys, we were just at the wedding now. Wow. Love it.
The world of pop music has always been a stage not just for breathtaking performances, but for the intricate, often dramatic interplay of personal lives lived in the spotlight. As the 2026 Grammy Awards approach, anticipation is at fever pitch. Not only because the biggest names in music will be vying for the industry's highest honors, but because of an impending encounter that has fans, tabloids, and insiders alike speculating. Will Justin Bieber be ready to face his ex, Selena Gomez, and her husband, Benny Blanco, both of whom are also nominated this year? For longtime observers of the swirling saga between these three, the night promises more than just golden trophies. It could be a defining moment in pop culture history. For over a decade, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez's relationship fascinated millions. Their on-again, off-again romance, which played out across social media feeds and tabloid headlines, seemed to capture the hopes, heartbreaks, and growing pains of an entire generation. From their first public appearances in 2011 to their emotional Instagram posts years later, Yelena was more than a couple. It was a cultural phenomenon. But as with many youthful love stories, the pressures of fame, personal struggles, and diverging paths eventually took their toll. After several breakups and reconciliations, both moved on. Justin Bieber married model Hailey Baldwin in 2018, while Selena Gomez focused on her mental health, acting, and music, eventually finding love again with acclaimed producer Benny Blanco. The world watched as each built new chapters, but speculation about unresolved feelings and what-ifs never truly faded. Fast forward to 2026, and all three have undergone enormous personal and professional growth. Justin Bieber, now in his early 30s, has matured beyond his bad boy era, focusing on introspective music, philanthropy, and his marriage. Selena Gomez, ever the multi-hyphenate, has earned critical acclaim for both her acting and music, while using her platform to advocate for mental health awareness. Benny Blanco, once the behind-the-scenes hitmaker, has stepped into his own as an artist and now as Selena's husband. This year's Grammy nominations recognize the evolution of all three. Justin is up for Best Pop Vocal Album, his most personal and experimental work to date. Selena and Benny, meanwhile, are nominated together for Song of the Year, a deeply emotional track that has resonated with fans worldwide. For the first time, all three will be not just present, but in competition, and on the same red carpet. The Grammys have always been more than an awards show. They're a high-stakes social crucible where exes, rivals, and collaborators are thrown together under the watchful eyes of cameras and millions of fans. For Bieber and Gomez, the night will be their first major public encounter since Selena's marriage, and certainly since their respective Grammy nominations. Insiders say the mood in the industry is electric and tense. It's the kind of situation everyone is talking about, but no one wants to talk about on a record, says a source close to the event's production. These are three of the most watched people in music. No matter how professional they are, there's real history there. Much has been written about Justin Bieber's evolution over the years. Once the mop-haired teen idol of Baby, he's weathered scandals, burnout, and public breakdowns. But recent years have seen a striking transformation. His music has grown more confessional, his interviews more reflective. "I've made peace with my past," Bieber told a journalist earlier this year. "I'm not running from it, and I'm not defined by it. I think you reach a point where forgiveness of yourself and others is the only way forward." Those close to Bieber say he's zen about the upcoming night, but admit there's some anxiety. Justin is in a good place, but he knows the world will be watching his every move with Selena and Benny, says a longtime friend. He's talked about wanting to be gracious, not awkward. He wants to celebrate everyone's success. Selena Gomez's journey has been equally public, though marked by different challenges. Her struggles with lupus, anxiety, and depression have made her an outspoken advocate for mental health. Professionally, she's thrived, taking creative risks and earning respect as a serious artist. Her relationship with Benny Blanco, which began quietly but grew increasingly visible in 2024 and 2025, appears to be built on mutual respect and creative partnership. Sources close to the couple describe them as excited and a little nervous about the Grammys. Selena knows how these events can become about the drama, not the music, says an industry friend. But she and Benny are really focused on supporting each other. They plan to walk the red carpet together, and they're not looking for any confrontation. One of the most intriguing aspects of this year's Grammys is the way both Bieber's and Gomez's nominated works seem to draw from personal experience. Justin's album is widely seen as a meditation on forgiveness and moving forward, while Selena and Benny's nominated song, Home Again, is an intimate portrait of finding love after heartbreak. Lyrics have been scrutinized for clues, with fans dissecting every line for references to past relationships. Music critics have noted the dialogue between the works. It's almost as if they're speaking to each other through song, years after the fact. One noted, "These are artists who have taken pain and turned it into art. That's what makes their presence at the Grammys so poignant." So, what might happen when Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and Benny Blanco find themselves in the same room, up for the same accolades? The most likely scenario is a polite, professional exchange. All three are seasoned veterans of the spotlight and have weathered enough public drama to know the value of keeping things civil. Expect a handshake, a quick conversation, and carefully managed body language. Some insiders wonder if the gravity of the night might inspire a more emotional encounter. There's a lot of history there, and these are people who've been through a lot, says a source. It's possible it could be a real moment, maybe not for the cameras, but backstage, where they acknowledge that. The awkward avoidance. Of course, there's always a possibility that the three will simply keep their distance. With multiple events, after parties, and press commitments, it would be easy to avoid direct contact. But with cameras everywhere, even a sidelong glance could become headline news. For a generation that grew up with Yelena, the encounter is more than celebrity gossip. It's a touchstone for nostalgia, heartbreak, and hope. Social media will no doubt explode with live reactions, memes, and endless analysis of every interaction. Fans have already begun speculating on what each will wear, how they'll react to each other's wins or losses, and whether there will be any pointed song lyrics or speeches. But there's also a sense that this night could be a healing moment for fans, as well as the stars themselves. It's like watching your ex and their new partner succeed and realize you're genuinely happy for them, says one longtime fan. It's hard, but it's also growth. Beyond the personal drama, the Bieber-Gomez-Blanco encounter at the 2026 Grammys is a testament to the way pop culture evolves. Relationships that once seemed all-consuming become chapters in a larger story.